And CBS News Chief White House Correspondent Major Garrett in Washington with us. We're going to get to Clinton's comments in just a moment, Major, but I do want to start with the Democratic nominee's bout with pneumonia and Donald Trump's response. Today, he has said he wishes her a speedy recovery, wants to see her back out on the trail. He also said he intends to release new information regarding a physical of his at some time this week. What to make of his response?
Interesting. Always surprises with Donald Trump, telling us for the very first time he had a full-blown physical, or what he purports to have been a full-blown physical, last week, and that he will report the numbers. He said very specific numbers. That's a direct quote from that physical later on this week, to try to capitalize for certain on this health scare for Hillary Clinton, which has put her health and well-being at the center, at least for now, of this presidential debate. And it's interesting, Josh, when Donald Trump made references to Hillary Clinton's health before, saying she lacked the stamina, the strength, there were many in the Clinton camp who said, you know what, that is essentially an anti-women remark. That is undercutting someone simply because she is a woman and the first of a major party to be a nominee for the presidency. Well, now that line of attack has been, at least if not undermined, erased completely, because Hillary Clinton's health is now a legitimate issue, because she did not look well yesterday at the 9/11 memorial. She did not sound well on Labor Day when she had what she said was an allergy-induced coughing fit, 2 of them. So Hillary Clinton's own visible lack of health on the campaign trail is now clearly before the American people. It's clearly an issue on the voters' minds, and Trump knows that. That's why he can afford to be magnanimous and say, look, I hope she gets better, I want her on the campaign trail, because from this perspective, he has the upper hand, and he will continue to use it. And if he, in fact, can put out this data later this week about his physical condition, and it's solid, as he purports it will be, he'll have the upper hand even more.
Of course, the headlines of which Hillary Clinton was a part prior to the health scare involved the slamming of some of Trump's supporters, of course, Major, calling them deplorables and racists. And the Trump campaign rapid response team, firing on all cylinders, already has a political ad out with regard to it. Let's take a quick look and listen.
Speaking to wealthy donors, Hillary Clinton called tens of millions of Americans deplorable.
You could put half of Trump supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables. The racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, Islamophobic, you name it.
People like you, and you. Deplorable. You know what's deplorable? Hillary Clinton viciously demonizing hard-working people like you.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
His response on Twitter measured, certainly for the candidate, Major. While Hillary said horrible things about my supporters, and while many of her supporters will never vote for me, I still respect them all. The characteristic exclamation point, although just this morning he called this the biggest mistake of the political season. What to make of it?
Well, the Trump campaign wants to make it the biggest political mistake of this season, and it's going to have to work to do so. This cuts 2 different ways. First of all, it quite obviously, Josh, will stoke those who support Trump into supporting him even more, because it is a broadside, a gross generalization, not my words, Hillary Clinton's words, about who they are, what they believe, and why they're motivated to support Trump. However, this does cut another way, and it's what Hillary Clinton, I believe, politically was driving at. There are parts of the Republican Party still squeamish about Donald Trump. There are lots of undecided voters not happy with Hillary Clinton, don't trust her, but are not yet sold on Donald Trump. And what Hillary Clinton was trying to do to those undecideds and squeamish Republicans, many of whom live in suburban America, is to say, you know what, this is a coalition you can't allow yourself to be part of, and stay away. And that was part of Hillary Clinton's political motivation for doing this, saying to them, you're squeamish for a reason, you're undecided for a reason. I may not be the most attractive candidate to you, but Donald Trump is worse, and he's worse for these reasons. So what the Trump campaign will do first, and its first instinct always, is to go to the base, go to the people wounded by this remark, fire them up. But it's also going to have to make a broader indictment against Hillary Clinton. That is to say, she's out of touch with America, that she doesn't understand what's happening around her, that lots of people are Trump supporters or may become Trump supporters for lots of different reasons, none of them dealing with the kinds of things Hillary Clinton described at that fundraiser.
Major Garrett there in Washington. As always, we appreciate the insight.
Thanks.